धर्म तो जिंदा लोगों की अफीम है, मुर्दों का क्या धर्म?
Kanchan is actually a very close friend of mine, and when she was in NIFA in Dubai, she worked a lot with Saurabh, who was the director of our films, and they had a great chemistry and rapport, and they made really good films. And when they both were in Bombay, they discussed it with me, this short film that we have made, Ek, and I really liked the subject, and I was on board. I was really happy hearing that, because it was the first film I've heard on Hindu-Muslim that it did not involve or focus on the riots. It involved, it focused basically on two human beings of different culture and same soul. You know, we are constantly fighting on religion and fighting on situations like he's a Hindu, he's a Muslim, he's a Catholic. This film actually showed that when religion ends, spirituality begins. So I believe in spirituality a lot. When we heard the story, we thought that if we could make it in Bombay, then we realized that we would have issues with permissions, and because it involved streets and running and houses. And Saurabh came up with his ancestral house in Bhopal, which we did a recce of, and it was mind-blowing. It like just blew us away, and we thought that this is the location. And that actually solved major of my problem, because I was worried about production costs. Yeah, Kanchan is our lead star, and she's done some tremendous work, and she just fitted the role. And we were worried about this other girl who would play the Muslim, who would like at least stand up to her in some way, because they were two powerful roles. Saurabh suggested his cousin Prashansa, who's never acted in her life. And he did an audition, and she was like, oh my god. So like this entire film, everything was oh my god. Everything was just falling into place. The actors, the crew, the location, everything. You know, when we were about to go to Bhopal to shoot this film, and it was like pouring cats and dogs in Bhopal, and we were very worried because most of our shots were outdoor also. But when we reached there, the rain god was really good to us. It was raining a lot, but we managed. Whenever it was raining, we were doing indoor shots, and whenever it was sunny, we were doing the outdoor shots. It was just perfect. And in the last scene where we actually needed rain, it didn't really rain, and it drizzled. I knew this person called Girish. He was my family friend, and he sings extremely well, and he actually wanted to act in our film. But then I told him, no, we need you for music. And like we had to literally sit on his head to create the music we wanted. And we actually told him this, we want the Shehnai, we want the Sarangi, we want the, Shehnai is not there, sorry. We want the Sarangi, we want running music, we want panic music, we want crying music. And he just did it, and he did such a fantastic job. I think this is his best work so far. Once the film was over, we needed kick-ass editing for this film, because we had to show so much in 30 minutes, and we probably had footage worth 2 hours. So we had to bring it down to like 29-30 minutes, and Saurabh also sat on the editing. And since I have worked with BR films before, I know the editor Godfrey very well. He's edited some big features, and he offered to edit this for us along with our inputs. And when we sat down to editing, we used to sit from morning to like 2 in the night and edit, and it just again fell into place. It became a superb 29-minute complete film, everything covered. The entire film is actually my favorite, because I really loved each part of it. But there was this one scene where these two women really connect only through their tears. There's a rape scene or whatever, rape happening outside, there's some riots happening outside, and these two women are so scared that they look at each other and they feel the intense pain that human beings go through, and they have cried their lungs out, and looking at each other, they have cried their lungs out, and we were all crying on the same day. When we were screening this film and the three of us were watching everybody's reaction, we actually saw people watching with pin drop silence, and we actually saw tears in people's eyes when the film ended, and we realized that we've done a good job. And a film like this said so much in 29 minutes. It showed an attitude problem because of the circumstances. The two women were into similar situations that could have made them bitter and hateful, but they came out of their bitterness and they made pain their relationship, not hatred. And Kanchan, who's behind us, she submitted to a lot of festivals, and it's really heartening to know that we've got accepted in so many festivals. We've already won some awards in Oklahoma, and we were screened at Vancouver and now Washington DC, and we're expecting a lot more because we are going to submit to most festivals now, since we got such a great response.